Hello, 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 everybody, boss ladies. I want to talk about something real tonight. We are on day 3 of the Small Creators Takeover Tour. And what I want to tell you tonight, what I want to help you discover tonight is that you do not need another degree, another certification. You don't need a sophisticated program. You don't need anything other than what you already have to start making money online. I want to thank Kristen for being here. Kristen with Relationship Tips. Please check her out. She will have her link to her brand for you in the comments later on in the show. But she's going to be my wing woman tonight, the moderator. She will be connecting with you in the chat, giving you everything you need, all the links, all the things. What I really want to drive home tonight, the day 3 is the day that you see once and for all that you already have everything you need to start making money online. You've got the knowledge, and now it's time, sis. It's time that you start getting paid for it. And you can have small followers, you can have no followers, you can start making money anyway. So I say that to say, welcome to the Small Creators Takeover live stream. This tour is a 14-day straight live stream that I am presenting to you, me and you, one-on-one, one-on however many show up in the live or in the replay, just to share with you that what you thought you needed, that what you thought was required, that was holding you back, is no longer. We're throwing it out the window. The small creators are taking over. The small creators are taking over. It's our turn to start making money. It's our turn. It's our turn. And you don't have to have a huge following to do it. So if you are looking for one clear focus, not 37 modules, a thesis, 1,000-page system that you need to implement, if that's not you and you just want a clear focus, if you want an immediate win, something that you can put in place, sis, that you can win like right now, like tomorrow, like before the week ends, if you're looking for the confidence to put out there what God already gave you, you are in the right place. So if you are here on the live, even if you are in the replay, go ahead and drop where you're tuning in from. Let us know where you are from so that we can shout you out. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get into it, because what you have in your hand right now, what you already have in your possession right now, is what you're going to start making money with. You're not waiting until you get 1,000 followers. You're not waiting until you have all the equipment. You're not waiting until you have the perfect anything. You're going to start making money now. Why? Because you're already working a 9 to 5. And if you're not, you definitely need a profitable product to put out there so that you can start making money. There is absolutely no sense for you to have all that rich, valuable knowledge that you're sitting on and not monetize it, because there are people out there making money with what they know every single day. Did you know that the online education industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry? Like, don't you want some of that? Those coins? Don't you want some of that? It's there for you. It's available to you. All you have to do is be willing to position and put out into the world what God already gave you and who he already called you to. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm so incredibly glad you are here. So today we're talking about your knowledge that you have is already enough, and how to start selling it. In other words, you're going to sell with what you have right from where you are. And I know that you're thinking that it's not good enough. And if you are, I'm going to take you through why you're not right about that, why you are not moving forward, why you may perhaps be stuck just because you don't think it's good enough. And I'm going to tell you why you are wrong about that. You already have everything you need to get paid. You have your story, you have your skills, and you have your experiences. All that knowledge, I'm going to share with you tonight how to take all that knowledge and package it into a digital product. It's the age of the digital product. A guide, a workbook, something that somebody can download that will give them an immediate win. All you have to do is create what they're already looking for, and you're going to start making money. Yeah, you're going to start making money with what you already know. You just have to be willing to see the value in it, and you have to be willing to package it. And lucky for you, blessed you are, because I'm going to give you everything you need to do that. In the words of the great late Bernie Mac, tonight. I'm just saying. And I know y'all need to laugh at my jokes, and I know they're corny, but it really is going to happen. And I'm super excited for you. So let's get into it. Here is what you already have. And if you're taking notes, now is the time. You need to start. You need to get your pen ready, because what I'm about to drop to you is the proof that you already have what you need to start making money. Here is what you already have. I'm going to start putting it on the screen one at a time, and then break each one of them down so you can see what you have in front of you is enough. So here's what you already have. Number one, you already have, and let me get it on the screen for you. You already have a story. All right. So you have been lifing for a bit, and all the things that you have gone through in your life, all the things that you have triumphed over in your life comprises your story. Where do you come from? How did you get where you are? How did you overcome the hard things? How did you continue to move forward even when it was challenging? What does your good days look like? How do you life? How do you do life? You have a story. Everybody has one. Everybody has a story. And you're going to take that story and you're going to use it to resonate, to connect with the people who are dealing with or going through or perhaps are on the verge of facing the same thing that you already faced. And you're going to use that story to make the connection. You have to make the connection with people that you are called to. So my question to you is this, sis, who did God call you to? Who did God call you to? Because the story of your life is not what God presented you with just for you to have a story. He presented you with your life, and he allowed you to live out your story because he meant for it to help someone else. You just didn't know you could monetize it. And I'm telling you right now, God already said yes. You don't have to worry about, is it okay? Because I struggled with that for a very long time. I didn't think it was okay biblically to get monetary gain on what God gave me. I didn't think it was okay. And so I was so stuck, y'all, for 8 years. Here's why I was stuck. I knew that God gave me something valuable. He gave me my story to tell. But I didn't think that I was able to or even had the permission to monetize it. So I was stuck between gift, talent, the abilities that God gave me, and not being able to launch. I was literally stuck because I felt so guilty. I'm like, surely God is not going to allow me to be wealthy with what he gave me because it was a gift. And we're not prone to giving gifts away in our culture unless you actually hate the gift and you just gifting it to someone else. Don't do that. Just go and keep it. Put it in the basement somewhere. Well, so, don't re-gift it. That's not fair. But the point I'm making is this: what God gave you, he wants you to use it. And he wants you to build wealth from it. I'm telling you, because that's what he told me. And I have the receipts and the proof to back it up. Hold on. Let me just give me some time to tell you where the proof is. So when I was struggling with I don't believe I can make money with this. I don't believe it's what God is going to allow me to do. I don't believe God's going to give me permission. When I begin to doubt using the gift that God gave me and monetize it, when I begin to doubt that, here's where he led me. He led me to Deuteronomy 8:18, where he said in his word that he has given us the power to get wealth. It's in the scripture. Look it up. Well, I had to deep dive on that. I was like, okay, what power, Father? What Abba? What power are you talking about? So as I began to research the scriptures and deep dive in what that means, another translation for the word power there is ability. So I'm thinking, Father, wait a minute. You've given me this gift free and clear, and you're telling me that I can use that ability and get wealth from it? Absolutely. There's only two requirements. He wants you to bring glory to his name with your gift. So you have to give him the glory. Don't ever try to act like you did it yourself, because you didn't. He gave it to you. And the second thing is use that wealth not only for a legacy to build and give an income and inheritance to your children and your children's children. Not only build legacy wealth for their inheritance, but also use it for good and not evil. In other words, solve the world's biggest problems with the money. Build the kingdom of God with the money. Those are the only two requirements. And I would go so far as to say this to you. How are you going to do the big things that God wants you to do if you don't monetize what he gave you to do it? Because I'm telling you right now, it's not going to come from your W-2. It can't. It can't. It ain't ever get ready to come from your W-2. Why? That money is taken. It's for your mortgage and your car note and the light bill and the internet and the children's college and all those things. Unless you're making six figures and living well beneath those means, and you can do that. But I would say this to you. The money that you're making from your W-2 is for your life. But the money that you're going to make through your business, through your gift, through your talent, through the abilities that God gave you, that's for legacy. So I'm not ever getting ready to tell you to quit your job. Keep your job. Keep the lights on. Keep the lights on. Keep them on. Don't do it. Don't quit your job. But also grow what God gave you. Turn that into legacy wealth and live off the rest, just like the woman in 2 Kings 4. So what do you have already? What do you already have? You have your story, and God will allow you to use it. As a matter of fact, he wants you to use it to connect and resonate with your audience. What else do you have? You have your story. What else do you have? You have your experiences. All the things you went through, you didn't go through them just for you. You went through them for somebody else. You went through the things that you went through to share with somebody else how to get from where they are to where they need to be. And those experiences are proof that what you found out, that what you determined, that what you figured out, that what you discovered, all those experiences are proof that what you got and what you came out with on the other side of those experiences, it's proof that they work. So please don't throw the drama and the trauma away. Use it. Because I'm telling you something right now, if you're going to go through it, you may as well make money from it. I'm just saying. So your experiences are your proof that what you got out of those experiences, the results from those experiences are the proof that your experiences and what you are offering now is proof that it works. What's the third thing that you have? You have a skill. You have your skills. And so I'm going to deep dive into that in just a bit, but I need you to understand the three things that I have on the screen right now. Your story, your experiences, and your skill is what is comprised of the package that you have. And you're a complete package, friend. You are a complete package because your story, your experiences, and your skill is the knowledge that you're going to turn into an offer. And that offer is going to solve your audience's problems. Now, do you believe that you already have everything you need? Your story, your skills, your experiences, packaged all in a bowl, which is your knowledge. It becomes your offer to help your audience solve the problem that they are willing to pay you to solve. People are willing to pay to have their problems solved. Why do I know that? Why do I know that? Because there are 500 Fortune 500 companies that can prove it. I want to be able to call my daughter in the car. I don't want to use my landline at the house. So how do I call my daughter from the car? A cell phone. So they created something to solve my problem. And from the cell phone to where you're going to live, to where you're going to send your kids to school, all the way down to what you're going to eat for breakfast, how you're going to lower your blood pressure, how you're going to learn how to bake, how you're going to learn how to teach your kids who's struggling in third grade, all those problems that need to be solved. You out there who are listening to me on the live and on the replay, you're going to package what you found is the solution and then provide that solution to people who are already looking for it. They're paying somebody, they may as well pay you. And why are they willing to pay you? Because you have the real solution, not just something somebody heard. Here's what's a shame. You want to know what a shame is? What a shame is this. There are people out there that are selling the solution because they are really good at packaging the messaging around what that solution is, but they didn't even go through it for real. They didn't even have the life experiences around it. They don't even have a story to match it, but they're really good at selling the solution. How much more effective will you be if you actually went through it, if you actually triumphed through it, if you actually lived through it? You can tell somebody better than anybody, but you're sitting on it because you don't think it's valuable enough. I'm going to get into that in just a minute. Okay, so what you already have, the 3 things on your screen is what you know already, is the knowledge that you are going to turn into your product, a digital product. Why a digital product, Angela? Because it's the easiest product to get out and the fastest product to get to your audience. Yes, you're going to turn that into speaking or consulting. Yes, you're going to end up turning it into a community or a coaching program. But this is the Little Oil Challenge, and I'm going to tell you about it in just a bit. As a matter of fact, Kristen is going to put it in the comments in just a bit. We will get to that. But your one digital offer, your simple, sellable offer, is what you are going to put out and provide for your audience first. And I promise you, as you grow, you're going to build and scale. And we'll do that inside the Cura Circle. But guess what? Your story, your experiences, and your skill, it is enough to create the digital product that someone is willing to pay you for. Guess what? Can I just say it again? That story of yours, those experiences of yours that you thought that you wanted to hide in the basement and let nobody ever see it again, just keep it under wraps. No need to do that. Go ahead and make a million off of it. You may as well. You done been through it already anyway. So your story and your experiences and the skill that I'm going to talk about in just a bit, that, my friend, those 3 together is your knowledge. And your knowledge is what you're going to package into the product, the digital product that you will present as an offer. Someone will pay you for it. Because I can guarantee you're not the only person that went through what you went through. And it doesn't have to even be anything traumatic. I know that I'm making it sound like it has to be some kind of traumatic thing, like you were locked in the basement all your life. And I'm not minimizing that because some people have gone through that. Whatever it is you have learned, whatever it is you have figured out, whatever it is you have discovered, somebody is willing to pay for that so that they can learn, figure out, and discover it too. And that is going to come from your knowledge. So here's what I want to teach. What will you do with that rich, valuable knowledge of yours? What I'm about to tell you right now, get your pen ready. Make sure your pen is writing. Make sure your pencil's not broken. If you have the old school pencil, make sure, because I'm about to drop some dimes on you. I'm about to drop it on you. Here it is. There are 3 things I want to share with you that you need to take away if you don't remember anything else today, other than your knowledge is your money maker. Oh, Chris, can you just put that in the comments? Your knowledge is your money maker. And if you believe me, if you can kind of see how it's possible, give me a thumbs up, yes, or anything you want to say, a amen, anything you want to use to show that you are with it, that you understand, that you're feeling it, because I know you got to get it. I know it takes some time to get it. And I talk through it really fast. For those of you who are not auditory learners, I want you to go back and really consider watching the replay. Because I'm telling you, your knowledge, here we go. Kristen, thank you so much for dropping that in the comments for us. Your knowledge is your money maker. Valet is here, and she says, amen. Amen. So why sit on it? Why sit on it? You could have been making money. You want money to go on vacations, really nice vacations? Sell what you know. You want money to pay out your car, cash? Sell what you know. You want to build your dream home without a mortgage? Sell what you know. Your money is going to come from your knowledge, not your W-2. Use your W-2, yes. For right now, if you're still working a 9 to 5, use your W-2 to pay for your life. But use what God gave you, the knowledge that he gave you, use that for your legacy. I'm going to say it again. Use your W-2 for your life right now, but you got to build something past that. I know society and the way our wonderful these United States of America has set it up for a certain people to be rich and a certain people to work for the rich. And they're saying work for the rich for 60 years, and then I'll give you a portion of what you made after living 62 years. Now, you can follow that path. People do it every day, but it's not necessary and it's not required. You do not have to wait until you're 62 to receive a portion of all the hard work you put in and live a minimal life and have nothing left to share with your children and your grandchildren. There's absolutely no reason to do that. Why do I know that's true? Because I can prove that there is one person that I know of, that made over $500,000 on a $27 product. Like, I'm not asking you to build something vast and plethoric. I'm not asking you to build something that is super sophisticated. I'm not asking you to do anything but package what you know. And you can do that in the challenge. It's coming up June the 16th through the 20th. And what's beautiful about the challenge is that you're going to walk away with that product that I'm telling you about, that you're going to create with your knowledge. You're going to walk away with it done. I'll tell you more about it in just a bit. So I want to talk about 3 things right now that I know that you have. $500,000 on the $27 product. Kristen said it. She validated it. It's in the comments. It happened. It happened, and it can happen for you too. Before I go into the 3 things that I want you to walk away with, I want you to consider something. How many of you are familiar with Tabitha Brown? She is the creator, the influencer, who is making multi-millions of dollars. She started with one product, and then it grew to brand deals, and then it grew to other products, and then it grew to partnerships with people like Target. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna stop here, and I'm gonna say this. This is for you, Tabitha, and you don't know me. Tabitha Brown does not know me, and neither did she tell me to say this. But if you're coming for her because she's keeping her products in Target, please stop it. Leave this woman alone. This is her livelihood. She cannot control what other people do with their assets or with their companies. What you need to do is go and buy her products from Target so that she can continue to be wealthy and pour money back into our community. Why kick the lady down when she's actually doing things to help us? She is showing us that we are good enough and smart enough and capable enough to have a product in a multi-billion-dollar store. Like, if they want to make bad decisions with their store, why should all of us suffer? And why should she suffer? It will come around. God will fix it. You got to trust God. But please leave that lady alone. I'm never getting ready to stop buying products from people that look like me who have made it in the likes of a Target. I'm never getting ready to do that. Now, that's just my opinion. So please don't come for me about this DEI business in the comments. Because I said what I said. Yeah, I said it. I said what I said. And I think that we need to see the bigger picture. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm going to break it to you and I'm going to say this and I'm going to move on because it's important. Target is not getting ready to stop being a $1 billion company just because you don't like the decisions that they make. They're not. You're not going to make them because when you tried, it didn't work. So the best thing you can do is support the people that look like us who have products in there so that they can make the money and then come back and do what we need to do on our side. In other words, stop trying to get people to do for you what you can just do for yourself. Stop trying to get people to do what you want them to do that benefits you. Do what benefits you, your own self. How about you get a product and grow and put it in Target? If you really want to make them feel the pain, be rich like them. I'm just saying. Okay. Should I move on, Kristen? Somebody tell me to go just press on. Somebody tell me just move on. Move on, Angela. Move on. Because what you're here to do is learn how to take your knowledge and turn it into a product that you can sell and become wealthy. I got on, well, all right, okay. I know Violet's going to have some things to tell me. She's probably going to text me tomorrow and tell me if she thinks I'm right or not. And I'm open to all opinions. That's just what I believe. But I got on the likes of Tabitha Brown because I was trying to share with you that she started with her story. And now she's a multi-millionaire. She was driving, I think it was an Uber, some ride share platform business. I think she was driving an Uber. I want to say it was an Uber. You can correct me if I'm wrong. And she just started sharing her story about a sandwich she ate and blew up. And so her story resonated with the people who were already looking for somebody like Tabitha Brown. What am I saying to you? If she can turn eating a sandwich and telling her story, if she can start there and turn it into millions, you can too. The only difference is you just didn't turn on the camera or you just didn't share it with your audience. And if you don't have an audience, you just didn't create what they need. But that's really all you have to do. She literally started by sharing her sandwich. True story. And what I'm saying to you is that you have a story. You have something unique that you can share. You have something unique that you can add to other people. So just do it and stop thinking it's not good enough. Like, I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to sit in the car and talk about a sandwich that I ate, even if it worked for her, because it won't be authentic to me. Like, it would be ridiculous and I would look like a fool if I get in the car and I start sharing my sandwich that I ate. Why? Because it won't be real. It won't be authentic. Why did it work for her? Because she was being her real, authentic self and she resonated with people who were already looking for a Tabitha Brown. When I get on and I start sharing my story about how I left teaching 3 times, it's going to resonate with people who want to leave their job. And why will it resonate? Because I'm sharing my story authentically. All right, so I want to go through the 3 things that you definitely need to understand, that you definitely need to know when you get ready to take that rich, valuable knowledge of yours and turn it into an offer for your audience. And here's the first thing you need to know. You need to see your knowledge as valuable. It starts there. If you don't see your knowledge as valuable, you're not going to sell it. You're not going to put it out there. And how do I know it's valuable, Angela? What makes me know it's valuable? Okay, I'll tell you what makes you know it's valuable. Because whatever you have, whatever knowledge you have, it's still a position that puts you 3 steps ahead of the people who didn't find the answer yet. In other words, everybody else who didn't solve the problem you already solved are at least 3 steps behind you. And so if I'm 3 steps away from solving a problem, especially if it's a pain point, I'm not going to spend my life trying to figure it out. I'm going to listen to somebody like you who already figured it out and then just use the 3 steps you're sharing with me. And I got my offer. I got my solution. So why do you know that your value is, or why do you know that your knowledge is valuable? Because your audience is at least 3 steps behind you. I promise you they are. They didn't figure it out yet. They don't know how in some cases. So that's number 1. You got to see your knowledge as valuable. You're not going to move forward until you do. So it doesn't matter if I don't have an office in downtown Atlanta. It doesn't matter if I don't have the best equipment. It doesn't matter if I don't have the most sophisticated funnel. What only matters is that I can prove that I can share with my audience the knowledge that I have, and they can solve their problem through me. That's all that matters. That's what makes it valuable. If somebody can actually solve a problem, achieve a goal, or get to their happy place through what you have to offer, then it's valuable. That's number 1. So first, you have to see your knowledge as valuable. Number 2, you have to push past people pleasing. You have to stop needing permission. You don't need permission, you need packaging. You need to package that rich, valuable knowledge of yours because it is enough. You are enough. I'm not smarter than you. I'm not better than you. I just figured out what my audience needs, and I created a product to help them solve their problem. I understand their problem because I went through it too. I understand their pain and frustration because I wasted 8 years trying to figure out if I should or could put what God gave me in the marketplace because I felt so guilty about it. That's one. I didn't understand value positioning. I didn't understand how to position my offer. I spent 8 years figuring it out. And here's what's amazing for me. You can just go ahead and just celebrate me about this because here's what's amazing for me. Because I went through it, because I spent 8 years in physical pain trying to get it figured out, I understand what my audience is going through. And because I figured it out and I'm several steps ahead, I am going to be able to provide something to them to help them do the thing that they want to do because I've already accomplished it. And that's all you're going to do with your knowledge. You're going to package it in a way that allows the people who need what you have to offer, you're going to package it in a way that they are willing to pay you for it. So you got to push past the people pleasing. I don't want to do it because they're not going to think it's good enough. They don't care what the brand colors are. They don't care if it's on 30-pound paper and not 80-pound paper. If what you put on that paper is going to let them push past their pain, they could kill us. And they will pay you for it. You gotta be willing to see that you don't need any more permission. You need packaging. So push past the permission and get to the packaging. And third, you gotta be willing to make a move and create your digital product with what you already know. All right, so what do you know, Angela? What does that look like? Well, I wanna give you at least 3 examples for what your product could look like, for what your product could consist of, for what your product can be comprised of. Maybe it's a shortcut you discovered, like a shortcut to passing the MCATs, the shortcut to getting your cake to rise faster, the shortcut to learning a language, whatever it is you know how to do. If you found a shortcut to it, that's discoverable and that's a product. It's a digital product because somebody wants a shortcut. So maybe you have a shortcut that you discovered. Maybe you solved a problem. Whatever problem you solved, how to live well on minimum wage, how to get from here to Israel without being overwhelmed, because Israel is a place that you've always wanted to visit. Well, if you visited Israel and you were able to get there and back successfully without stress, strain, or struggle, and I want to go to Israel, I'm willing to pay you for that. Because why would I go knowing that I'm going to stress, have strain, or struggle? Why would I do that if you're telling me that you already went, You already traveled. Let me say that like I have 2 master's degrees. Like you already traveled and you already figured it out. Yeah, I'll pay you for that. So maybe you solved a problem. And then third, you created a process for something. So if you make the best sweet potato pies and you created a process of what to do first, second, third, fifth, sixth, seventh to get the perfect pie, that's a process you created. Why won't you sell it? Why not? Why not? People are looking for your solution. And I'm going to tell you right now, and it's going to sting a little, and I'm not going to apologize for saying it. If they don't buy it from you, they're going to buy it from somebody else. So, I said it. They're gonna solve their problem one way or another. And if you don't provide it, they're just gonna buy it from somebody else. But here's the tragedy. Here's the tragic thing about that. The other person they bought it from, is not gonna be half as good as yours. That's what's tragic. Because you have the experiences, you have the story to back it up. And now I want to talk to you about that skill you have. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to think about the product that you're getting ready to create. It's an offer. It's a one simple product. It's going to give your audience, your avatar, the person who you are called to serve, it's going to give them a really quick win or a really quick solution to their problem or get to their happy place really fast, all because of you. And I know you want to do it because I know you're called to serve. Why do I know? Because you're sometimes willing to give it away than package it because you really don't see a monetary value around it. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. If somebody wants to pay you for your offer, take the money and say thank you. It's okay. Deuteronomy 8:18 says it's okay. Get your coins. All right? So here is how you're going to package it in your digital offer. I'm going to give you 3 parts, and I promise you it really is just that simple. When you take your story and your experiences and your skill and you package it together, which is all what I call your knowledge, when you put it in a digital product, that digital product is going to have a specific framework. And that digital product is going to be based on 3 parts. You're going to have the problem inside of the framework because you have to outline what the problem is. Not that they don't already know it, but you have to give them a starting point so they can see once they finish it, they will see their journey of where they were and where they are now because of your product or because of your knowledge, because of the content that you created. So you're going to have the problem, then you're going to have the steps to solve that problem. Chapter 1, step 1. Chapter 2, step 2. Chapter 3, step 3. Or no chapters. Section 1, section 2, section 3. So the steps to solve that problem that you talked about in the beginning. And then you got to give it a name. You have to name your product. In other words, the name of the product is the outcome that they paid you to achieve. So you have the problem laid out. You have the steps to the solution laid out. And you have the name of the actual product. And whatever the name is the outcome. You got to name it the outcome. Your digital product's name must be the outcome. Please don't name your digital product. The reason why I wrote this is because God told me to. Please don't do that. I'm begging you. The product name must be the outcome. It must be the solution. All right? So you have your framework. Now, all of this is what I finally learned how to do, which is how I can teach it to you. When you first launch your offer, you're not going to feel like you're the smartest. You're not going to feel like you're the best. You're not going to feel like you're the most sought after. But believe in what you have, because as long as you are 3 steps ahead of the person who's facing the problem that you solved, you are good to go. And that's exactly what I teach in the Little Oil Challenge. Kristen is going to put the link in in the notes, in the comments, for you to join and become a part of it. So here's what's going to happen. In 5 days, you're going to walk away from the challenge with a sellable, ready to sell digital product. You got to start with a digital product because that's how you start the fastest and the easiest. I said it before, but I'll say it again here because you should know this. You're not going to stop at the digital product that you create in the 5-day challenge. And how are you going to be able to create it in the 5-day challenge? Because I'm going to give you a template that all you have to do is fill in the blanks with your solution, with your knowledge. So it's a fill in the blank. And I'm going to let you see that you now have an offer, and I'm going to take you through on what to do with that offer so you can start making money right away. You got to start making money now. And you got to start making it in a way that doesn't get in the way of your life, because you're already working the 9 to 5. And even if you're not working a 9 to 5, you're a brand new creator or a seasoned creator who just is really interested in making more money with what you know. And what you're missing is the system. The system is the solution. And so in the challenge, you will fill out the template that I'm going to give you, and your digital product is done. So we'll go through that. On day 1, we'll think like a 6-figure creator. Day 2, we're going to create the offer using the template. Day 3, we're going to create the platform to sell it, a very simple platform, something nice and easy that you can make money passively so that you can still go to work, so that you can still take the kids to the park, so you can still get the laundry done, so you can still go back to school and get your master's. Whatever it is you're doing in your life, this is not something to impede that or to be a distraction of what you're already doing in your life. You just got to start creating something so that you cannot have to work a 9 to 5. Please don't work 30, 40, 50, 60 years and then just accept what our good old United States of America is willing to give you, which is only a portion of what you made. You want to know why I had to leave teaching for the 3rd time? You want to know why? Because I taught across 2 states. I'm going to say this quickly because you need to know my story. Because my story may resonate with you and it might show you why you need to do the challenge. But I was a teacher for 18 years across 2 states. And because I didn't buy into my teacher's retirement in both states, I had 14 years in the state of Louisiana and 4 years in the state of Georgia. That's how I got my total of 18. Well, when I did the math online at the Georgia Teacher Retirement System, because I only had 4 years in, I would have had to teach 6 more years to be vested. In other words, you have to teach a minimum of 10 years to receive a retirement. Well, I was 4 years in. And so when I did the math, even if I would have taught an additional 6 years, which would have given me my 10, I still would have only made $1,800 a month. So I had a whole conversation with my future self. And I asked her, I said, well, what do you want to do? And then she said, have you lost your mind? With all you know, you want to put 6 years into something that's only going to give you $1,800 with what you know, with the knowledge you have, with the experiences and the stories that you got to tell? Are you kidding me? With the skills you have of putting things in a framework? Yeah, nah, friend. We're not doing that. So I bet on me. I bet on me. Now, did I prepare to leave? Yes, I was not foolish. I really did what any sane person would do financially. I put my credit cards as low as I could get them, paid down my credit cards, start saving a lot of money that I would normally spend on an Apple product, because I'm not a Gucci person. I'm not a purse person. I'm not a shoe person at all, but I'm a technology person. That's my vice. Like, I have literally everything that Apple ever made. Point I'm making is this. I paid down my credit card debt to get my balances very low. What I normally would spend, I put it away. Okay, so I prepared for the move. I wasn't foolish, but I decided I was leaving. I knew enough and I had enough to leave. What am I telling you? What am I saying to you? Whatever your situation is, keep paying your bills. Do not leave your job if you don't have a financial plan to do so. But also, don't put what you have, that rich, valuable knowledge of yours, don't put it on the shelf and sit on it, because it could be making you money. So you decide to work through to retirement. Now you have your W-2 income and you have your legacy income. Why not have both? Why not have multiple streams? So join the challenge and get what you have inside of you, what God gave you. Get it out there to your public, to your avatar, because guess what? They are waiting for you. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to join the Little All Challenge. The link is in the description, and Kristen already put the link in the comments. If this has been a blessing to you, if you resonated with anything that I said today, go ahead and let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments. It keeps me on track to make sure that I give you what you need. Go ahead and put your biggest takeaway inside of the comments. What is your big takeaway? Out of the 3 things that you know you have, which are you most comfortable with sharing? Your story, your experiences, or your skill? Or are you comfortable with sharing it all? You got to start somewhere, and you may as well start in the challenge. So we're on day 3 of the Small Creators Takeover Tour. It's the day of the small creators, baby. We're not waiting for 1,000 followers to start making money. There's no sense in doing that. Like last week I had 342 followers. And I was already making money. I can share my skills. Yes, L. L from Oregon. Yes, L. You can share your skills. Whatever it is you're really good at doing, somebody wants that skill. L, somebody needs that skill, and they will pay you to get it. How do I know? Because I don't know of any poor universities. I don't know of any poor universities. That's all we did when we went to college. We paid them to learn a skill. And people will pay you to learn a skill because you're not going to charge them $1 billion, and you're not going to require them to spend 4 years to do it. I truly believe in my heart that it did not take my university 4 years to teach me how to be a teacher, but they stretched it out 4 years so I could pay them longer. That's just my theory, and I won't go into any more theories because I probably already made some people mad with this Target scenario with Tabitha Brown. So I'm going to move on from that. What I'm telling you is this. Elle has a skill. And she can allow people to get the same skill she has by packaging that skill and then providing it as an offer for a profit. Valet says, this is such a blessing for me. I am almost comfortable sharing my skills. I love that you said that, Valet. And I can spend another 20 minutes talking about that. You said, I'm almost comfortable. You will get there. And I don't expect you to be there right away. It took me 8 years. 8 long, sufferable years to figure it out. But Valet, it's not going to take you that long, because on this 14-day tour, I'm going to talk about every day of the tour, how you can share what you have, how you don't need a lot, how you're already enough. You hear it enough from me, you're going to start resonating with it more. But thank you for being so open and honest. Y'all, she says, I am almost comfortable sharing my skills. And that's the pure truth of the creator journey. I don't care how many people are out there telling you it's automatic and all you got to do is have an idea and you're going to automatically become a millionaire. I don't know their way, and I'm not saying they're not authentic. What I'm saying to you is it's a process no matter what you do in life. So I'm never getting ready to listen to anybody that says it's going to be automatic and overnight. But I know this for sure, that what you have to offer, that what you have inside that rich, valuable knowledge of yours, you are 3 steps ahead of somebody else. So put that to work for you and package that. Even though you don't always feel comfortable and ready. Because here's the thing, and I'm going to say this to Valet, and I know that this might help you. Here's the thing. Even if you aren't ready sharing it, go ahead and package it. Even if you're never going to put it out for 5 days, 50 days, 15 days, not 15 years though. I would never let you do that. Even if you're not ready to put it out there right away, go ahead and start putting it together. Go ahead and start packaging it, because what's going to happen is you're going to build momentum. And even if you're not ready to share it yet, you're going to have rich conversations around what you just packaged with your audience. And as you see that they are resonating and really can learn and grow from what you have, have, you're going to want them to have it. You're not, because I know you, and you're not going to keep anything good from them because you're a giver to your very core. So I'm asking you to do this. Just package it and hold it. And then I'll take you through the rest. We'll get through the rest. Thank y'all so much for being here. Come back tomorrow night for day 4 of the tour. Tomorrow night is a special night because it's Q&A night. And so the entire session, I'm just going to be answering questions. So if you know somebody who wants to be a creator or started their creator journey and just don't know what to do and don't have a coach and can't pay for a $15,000 program that's being promoted out there and they just need answers, send them to the chat, to the tour, and I'm going to be answering questions. Here's how it will work. You will put your question in the comments and I'll post your question on the screen, and because it may be a question that somebody else has too, and I'll just answer questions. If you want to post your questions ahead of time, you can post them in the community. I will post in the YouTube community. On the community page, I will post tomorrow night's tour, the theme of the tour, and then you can respond to that inside the community with any questions you have. Bring the hard questions. I'm ready for you. Bring the hard questions. Anything that you ever wanted to know or need to know that you just been burning and didn't have an opportunity to ask anybody who already did it, bring the questions. If you have a roadblock because you're already on your journey, bring the questions. I gotta go for now. I don't want to hold you too long. Thank you so much for being here. The link is in the description as well in the comments for you to join the challenge so that in 5 days you walk away with a sellable offer and a system to make money online, even if you have a small audience. Thank you so much, Kristen. Kristen, please put your link in the description. I'm sorry, in the comments so that people can connect with your brand relationship tips. You're gonna need it. If you're going to be a creator, you're gonna need these tips to get through it with your sanity. Thank you so much, Valet, and everybody for being here. I will see you tomorrow night. Bye for now.